So I recently bought the cheapest 18650 lithium ion charger that I could find on eBay. It was only $2.47, and I realized it's actually more capable than I thought. So this, of course, can charge 18650s. However, you see there's a little bit extra room on the bottom. Turns out that is a little more than 70 millimeters. So that means that you can put 2170 or 2370 cells in it, just barely. Now, I wouldn't want to charge this one because this is a sodium ion battery. These have just come out and nobody really has chargers for these, so I have to do them manually or make a custom BMS for it. But still, it's really cool that you can do that. And last night I realized, well, if you're having issues with a battery pack on a power drill, you can just, like if we had an issue where we had knockoff Makita batteries that the BMS was fake and it wouldn't monitor the cells. It just sent back a fake thumbs up saying, yeah, everything's fine. Meanwhile, it was letting the cells get out of order. And so what would happen is the first two cells would be brought down because they were connected to the little LED light up indicator circuit. And so these two cells would always be brought down, and then the rest of the pack would be useless. So all you need is to open up one of those packs, find the lowest cell. I don't recommend reviving cells that are found below 1 volt, but if they're found at 1.5 volts, you can still revive them. Then all I do is, okay, it goes this way. Of course, I would remove the tape, but the knockoff ones don't have any tape on them. They don't even have plastic that goes all the way across. And so now this will be charging these two cells in parallel. And then if you have another one, for instance, you can do like that. And you can charge them in the pack. You can charge them in the pack, and you don't have to worry about soldering anything or clipping anything with little alligator clips or anything like that. This strikes me as so cool. So, inside of it, now you notice there's little fake screws added on the back. I still can't believe that. I doubt I'll be able to show this very well, but we have this little chip. Now this happens to be an LP4054. It charges at 500 milliamps from 3 volts to 4.2 volts. And then if the cell is under 3 volts, it charges with a trickle charge. So 0 to 2.9 volts is a trickle charge, then 500 milliamps to 3.4 volts to 4.2 volts. And that's what it is. It's funny how teeny tiny that is. It's just so tiny. And unfortunately, you cannot adjust the voltage with a resistor. You can change, one of the resistors on here does change the charge current, but it does not change the voltage. So I couldn't make this charge my sodium ion batteries, except you can just desolder this. So you would get your very own little socket that I highly recommend. If they don't sell this as a standalone thing already, this is cheaper than some of the sockets that I've seen for using an 18650 in a project, or you know, one of the things is if you have one of those, I don't know if it's an IMAX P6 anymore. IMAX P6s were used a decade ago, but one of those RC battery chargers, you could easily charge individual cells with this. And you could hook it up to banana plug leads or whatever it is that you need. And you could just have positive and negative coming out of it. And you could charge all sorts of weird cell sizes just from that. Now, thankfully, it just goes back together really quickly. You really get the sense that they saved every 1/100th of a penny with this. And I think that's pretty cool. It's not every day that you buy something that's the cheapest and it turns out to have more functionality than you expected, because a lot of the 18650 chargers that I've seen, they really just max out right at 18650s, the 65 millimeters. So I've even had a few that were so difficult to get them in that some cells were too long to actually fit in. And so I'm glad they added that extra length, especially because you can charge bigger batteries with it. Well, that's pretty much it. I had gotten this a few weeks ago, but I didn't really know what to say about it. And I'm glad I waited, because this is kind of interesting. I might see about hacking off the internal circuit board so that I can charge these. But I might as well just make a different thing and charge it in that, because I have a few of these, so it's hard to say. At the very least, it allows me to take any power I make from a small solar panel setup and put them into these batteries, which I use for flashlights. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.